Apologize for my setup here tonight. It's a little messed up right now. I gotta fix this display capture. There we go. All right. Well, hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And let me get some tunes on for us here tonight. Let's see. See how we close the week here. Bitcoin getting some sort of bounce here towards the end of the close, closing back above 19.5K. That was that area we were looking at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, right, on the weekly chart. So we've touched that and we're now below it. Let's see. This music's going to be loud for a second, so I apologize in advance here. So just give me 1 second. All right. What's going on, guys? All right, so let me get another chart up here that isn't as bad. All right, so we're going to start with Tether because I think this is in my opinion, this is just as important as going through Bitcoin. So Tether touching the 1272 fib extension, 9.47% on the dominance. We obviously got a pullback from this area after hitting this fib extension. Obviously the market caught a nice bounce, right? Caught some bids there. And so what's interesting though is we are below the 128 simple weekly moving average, and we are still technically above this candle body high here from 2017. Can't hear the music anymore. Let me know if you guys can hear that music or not. All right, let's see if you guys can hear. All right, so we have a pretty big range here that we've kind of developed over the last couple weeks. As we did start to break down, we broke this critical range here that we were holding for some time, like for basically an entire year, right? This 30K level. All right, so I think if we do see some price action back to the upside, it would make sense for us to go back and test that area where we did break down from and confirm it either as resistance or as a support, right? So I'm going to, let's see, how do I remove all drawings? There we go. Beautiful. All right. Right. So Bitcoin broke down from this level right here, right? And so Bitcoin is the most oversold it's ever been since 2018, or really I'm going to say probably since the history of Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and say that. It's even more oversold than 2015 lows. All right, and so we're as oversold as we've ever been. Obviously, the crypto market has never seen such a drastic move down because of the stock market kind of collapsing, right? And if you guys look at this chart, it does kind of look like a rising wedge, right? And we got this breakdown here. But I'm targeting like these areas here for Bitcoin, man, like 14K or even as low as almost 12K. Okay, this is probably worst case scenario. I mean, obviously, I don't know. It could get worse. I don't know. Who really ends up knowing? Nobody really knows. However, if we're just using technicals, we know that this is the most oversold Bitcoin's ever been, and obviously you guys know the rules that I have. Anything below 45 on the RSI, below the 21 exponential moving average, and breaching into previous all-time high areas, this asset's already down how much? It's already lost 75% of its value almost. I mean, long term, it's probably in the buy zone. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but Yeah, I mean, I would say long term, guys, Bitcoin here is probably not a bad thing to start buying. Okay, long term, probably not a bad thing to start looking at it. Okay, we're gonna look at the stock market and the S&P, what it's doing, and can you guys not hear the music? Let me see what's going on here with that. If you guys really can't hear it. You should be able to hear it. It looks like it's playing on my mixer here. Desktop audio. Anyways. It's kind of low. I can bring it up. There you go. Feel the music? All right. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna go. Let's go look at Tether here for a minute. Tether triggering on the monthly here. You can see the TTM squeeze triggering, the highest level of positive momentum we've ever seen here out of Tether. All right, literally in the history of Tether dominance. All right, it's hyper bullish on the chart here. Okay. I don't think we've bottomed yet, guys. Really, I don't. There's no bearish divergence on the monthly chart here. The weekly chart, no bearish divergence on the weekly chart. Highest high it's seen, highest levels of relative strength, right? No divergence on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, we were starting to see some bearish divergence, which now looks like it's starting to play out, right? We got this dump, right? We hit that fib extension, right? We got this major bounce in the market. Right, so this, in my opinion, this daily bearish divergence played out. We got the move that we were looking for. Right, we got a big bounce. The question now becomes, how much further down does Tether go, and how much further up does Bitcoin go? Right, on this bounce, or was that it? Is the bearish divergence done? Right, we got to reset here. We're now not overbought territory. Right, we're back. We just got to reset back into bullish territory, sitting 67 on the RSI, right? To me, this doesn't look bad. This just looks like it got a reset, unfortunately. But what could happen is we could just consolidate here for a bit on Tether. We could see some consolidation, just like we saw some consolidation here before the next leg up, right? And because we don't have any bearish divergence on Tether on the monthly, on the longer time scales, I'm still leading to believe that we could see some more. We can see more downside. Okay. Now it may not happen right away. This consolidation here was like what? Probably like a month, right? May 12 to June 12. This is exactly a month. Exactly a month of time. Okay, so we could see exactly that. Another exact month of time before Tether starts rallying again, and we really start seeing more downside. We could, chop around here. We could bounce around here. Yeah. So I think it's possible. Like I said, we could see a move back up to maybe close to 28K if we really get a major rally in the S&P and traditional equity markets. So we're going to take a look at that real fast and see what's going on with the futures market right now. All right, futures are up 0.5%. Nothing really there. That's kind of minimal. Like, I'm gonna remove drawings on this too, and we're gonna redraw this chart. I actually just want to go to the SPX because that has the most chart data. And we're going to take a look at this here on the monthly chart. But there's really no other place to really pivot here or use a pivot point. So I'm going to just grab from here, which was the the high from 1929, okay? And yeah, I mean, you guys can see, man, this doesn't look very good at all. Just so we hit a 3.618 fib extension. We obviously exceeded just a little bit here, and this is the S&P, man, not crypto. But thanks for joining us. PTSD from rug pull? Yeah. So for the S&P, this is kind of what we're watching here, this trend line here. This is the monthly time scale. And I guess if we just go by wicks, or we don't want to cut through candle body closes. So this is the area right here that we're looking at right now on this trend line, okay? It's kind of confluent with this spot right here, which is right around 3,300 on the S&P, okay? If we start losing that, we're probably going to come back down to test the COVID lows, which if we come back down to test the COVID lows, I don't see why Bitcoin doesn't go to like 5K. I mean, Bitcoin around COVID was around like $4,000 to $5,000, right? So yeah. So that's the S&P, not looking very good at all, right? And monthly is sitting around 43 on the RSI, obviously kind of neutral territory, technically not in bearish territory, right? On the monthly. The 6-month chart is what I wanted to give you guys some clue in on, okay? This is obviously a very large time scale, but we have 6-month bearish divergence, okay, on the S&P. 6-month bearish divergence on the S&P. And now bearish divergence in a massive uptrend, you guys know, as you guys know, will probably underperform. However, on this type of time scale, I think it's something drastic is going to happen here. It's not going to be like, oh, nothing. So this is the crash. This is the tech bubble of 2000 right here. That's what this high was on the RSI. Okay. And this right here, we can call it the COVID bubble, whatever. This is the recent high we made here on the S&P. And yeah, it does not look good on the 6-month chart. You can see that. And also look at the volume. There's no, like, the volume's been receding since 2009 on the market, right? Like, highest level of volume was in 2009 on the S&P. I get it. Market, this volume probably isn't the best metric to use, but you can see receding volume here. That's not good, man. That's not good. Yeah, so I mean, I just want to watch. We're gonna watch this trend line here. We haven't come to it just yet, but we can clearly see that this 6-month candle is gonna close in 10 days, taking out all of these gains here from the entire year and last year, just wiped out. 22.9% downside. And yeah, you can draw this right here. This is a nice channel. You can see it. We start breaking this channel. You guys know channel ups when they start to break down. I think I mean, this sounds terrible, but I think us coming down to this level here, this 1500 level on the S&P is a possibility. I mean, that would be obviously turmoil for all the markets, and that would probably put us into some sort of recession. But this right here honestly makes the most sense. makes the most sense, right? We break this, we back test it as resistance, we come down and break this. We might flutter around here for a little bit, maybe try to rally, make a lower high or something. I don't know what's going to happen, right? I don't. But looking at this chart with that 6-month bearish divergence, could be lots of downside for the stock market. Okay, could be a major recession, could be maybe even a depression. I don't want to drop these words right now, but man, it's not. This chart does not look good. Does not look good. Okay. We had 6-month bearish divergence back from 1929 and 1956. And what happened here? Let's see what happened here. 1957. I don't know that we really got anything crazy back here. We had a 15% drop. That's it. So, well, we'll see what ends up happening. Hopefully nothing happens. Nothing terrible happens. But let's pay attention to this trend line. If we don't break this trend line or, you know, start making closures outside of it, I think we're fine. But if we start making closures outside of this trend line, you guys already know that that's not going to be good. That's when people are really going to start offloading and capitulating stocks and, yeah, that sort of thing. Which brings me to, I want to look at some of the majors here, like AMD, obviously, you know, related to obviously crypto and chips and all sorts of fun stuff like that. This is a massive rising wedge pattern that is playing out right now. And again, this makes sense to come back down to back test this previous all-time high, which was like $50. So this can lose another 50% of its value here. Just looking at this chart, that's what it's basically saying. I mean, we're going to come down and test $75 here soon. Anyways, you guys want to look at some other stuff? I mean, I unfortunately don't have anything really good to talk about right now. Aside from maybe the crypto market might consolidate for a bit. We might get some movements up here on like an oversold bounce. Okay. Right, Tether putting in a daily bearish engulfing candle, which is good. So taking out previous gains. So we'll see how Tether ends up faring here over the course of the next couple days. Like I said, we did get... Why did Ether jump 30% today? Well, obviously lots of bids came in at around that $1,000 area, and we're you know, we're right at that level, man, where bids can start to come in for the long term, right? People are going to start DCAing into long-term positions. Okay. What's my take on privacy coins? I don't know. We can look at the charts. We can look at some of these charts. Zcash. This thing has been ranging and hasn't made a new all-time high since 2018. Is that right? Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look good, right? It didn't even produce a higher high in this current bull market, so I don't know. I don't think anything good's gonna come out of these coins, truthfully. That's Zcash. XMR, let's take a look at it. XMR, I mean, I guess candle body wise made a higher high, but I don't think it made a higher high on the print. Again, you know, sitting in a range here, not doing too much. I probably wouldn't be putting money into this coin right here, right now. I'd be just sitting in cash, guys. Just wait. Wait till the stock market bottoms out. That's the only thing we can really do is wait. Or if you really want to you know, short stuff, you can. But I'm personally just going to be mostly just waiting and sitting in cash, because shorting stuff for me is just it's kind of stressful shorting stuff, and then you get these big bounces like we did today, 30% move, and you're like, oh, why did I short it? And then yeah, and then nothing is, that's not fun. Cup and handle, man. I don't know. That's a stretch. I wouldn't say it's a cup and handle. Maybe. This looks like it's going to go a lot more down. Look at the monthly stochastics pointing down. My favorite stablecoin, I mean, if I, you know, I obviously just use USDC. But nothing, you never know what can happen, man, in this market, so. Can an XMR pump here? Yeah, I can. If the whole market decides that it wants to, like it did today, like why XMR can go test 150, 145 bucks, sure. Just go and test this. All right, could even go to the top of the channel. It can make a major move. Oh my God, $200. Great. Another lower high. Right? Just come up, make another lower high. Then it gets shorted all the way back down. We just range in this channel for a while. Right? Until we get to a real major demand area, right? So that's the whole point. Like we need to get to major demand areas, and we're bouncing off this area right here, right now. This is back from 2020, right? I'd be looking into some of these major layer ones. Layer 2 solutions. We can look at PaxG, sure. We might as well just look at gold if we're going to do that. Here, let's look at gold. What's gold doing? Gold to me looks more like a cup and handle than XMR, just saying. But we can redraw this. I don't really like this monthly close we got. Yeah, we can check BNB. So the thing to watch here on gold is this major demand line here. Okay. Start breaking this channel up, you guys know we could see $1,600 in time if we start making closures outside of this. Guys, when the markets are crashing, everything's crashing. That's the problem. The only thing you want to be in is this right here, dollars. Sure, we can look at gold pack. You want to look at packs, or you want to look at gold versus Bitcoin? That's what you want to look at, basically. Yeah, I'm sure gold Bitcoin is probably looking pretty good right now. This is the futures chart. Dollars suck right now. Or, I mean, everything else sucks right now. Think about it. It's a temporary trade, man. That's why you want to DCA into positions as the markets sell off and go into capitulation, right? You want to be buying when the market's capitulating. Yeah, gold looks bullish versus Bitcoin. But guess what? It's never produced a higher high versus Bitcoin. It's still in a downtrend. It's still in a downsloping channel. We'll check out BNB. I think I redrew this the other night. I was looking at it. I was looking at this on BNB. It was kind of a long-term channel up that I was looking at on this. Yeah, it's like right at a long-term channel up area for a break if it breaks here. But yeah, we started to catch some bids right along the bottom of the channel here, which is a good sign. And we could get a major rally out of this asset. It's so oversold right now. I think short term we're gonna, like I said, maybe for the next couple of weeks we could see relief. You know, we could see BNB go back up to test 275 and reject it, right? You can see the moving averages coming down, meaning forcing the price action to the downside right now. Right, and then we had this head and shoulders pattern like we did on all the other assets. Breaking this neckline, you can clearly see this. I mean, this actually isn't as clear of a head and shoulders as ETH was, really. This was more of a double top, I would say. But yeah, so even if it was double top, we're looking at 58% from that move down on the break. A 58% move down is bringing us to about $145 on this move. If we were to fib it from candle body to candle body, we're looking at, I mean, yeah, this would make a lot more sense for us to come down to this 236 fib extension, or even come back down to even test this breakout that it had. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe this drawing here is a little drastic, and I redrew it the other night thinking this was a bit more accurate, because it broke this channel and stayed above it and then dumped back into it, and then, you know, something along these lines here. I don't know. It's still above the weekly 128, which means it's still technically in an uptrend, right? But, I mean, the whole market's getting pounded, so I don't really see how this is going to survive that. But my list of long-term coins that I'm looking at here are Bitcoin, ETH, AVAX, Cadena. Nobody's talking about this coin. I think this is going to have some good things to do here in this next run. Obviously Cardano is a good one, but I'm probably not going to be buying that. Layer 2 solutions like, you know, Loop Ring or IMX or Arbitrum is going to be a good one, I think. Near Protocol, I think, might be good long term. OMG is another one. It did produce a higher high on this run. Any coins that produced a higher high on this run is something to look at for the long term, because I think those are going to have future potential, okay? Actually, I guess OMG didn't produce a higher high, so maybe don't buy this one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to monitor the markets, and that's it, man. I mean, Arbitrum has a coin, yeah, they do. Another one was Optimism. This one is a roll-up coin. But obviously they don't have like you know, ZK. It's more of it's less secure than ZK, but ZK rollups don't actually have a coin. So I was thinking that this might be another potential for a long-term position or hold. Again, none of this is financial advice, guys. Remember that. This is just me speculating on some of these S coins right now. Sol, I think, is going to be good. Obviously, there's lots of money to buy it or behind it, but they have a lot of outages and they have a lot of issues. Phantom obviously is good, but out of all those three, I think AVAX is probably the best long term. QNT, I haven't heard that one in a while. Sure, we can look at it. I mean, there's not really much to look at on QNT, man. Like, what do you want me to say, man? Oh, it's doing really well. It's terrible. This looks awful. It's in a major channel down. Weekly chart. Yeah, the weekly Stokes are crossing up. That's good. You know, you might be, you know, starting to make some positive momentum here. See. So yeah, just watch your supply line here. If this breaks the supply line, then you could see some major upside, all right? But for now, it's still below the supply line. In fact, it's rejecting the supply line. But if you do break that supply line, it could be a pretty big move, right? 72%. Could go all the way to the top of the channel. Yes, if the stock market doesn't perform, the crypto market will also not perform. Most likely. And as we can see, Tether is actually trying to pump right now. So, yeah, Tether's on support. You should be looking for short trades, right? Checking oil out? Sure, we can take a look at oil. Is the stock market closed tomorrow? Is it like a holiday or something? It is Juneteenth. Okay. Stock market is closed tomorrow. All right. Well, stocks are closed. Crypto can do whatever it wants then. Yeah, oil maybe topping out here for now. You can see the divergence here. 3-day chart. Showing some bearish divergence. Right? What looks like a good short? I don't know. Pick a coin that pumped a lot today and short it. What's storage doing? This thing pumped a lot today, didn't it? Shit coin. I don't know, man. Shorting stuff right now is just... I don't know. Yes, we could see more downside, I guess, but I feel like the risk to reward, even for shorting right now, is not so good. Here you go. 1 inch looks like shit. This thing looks like it is in a rising wedge or something. One inch looks like a good short, right? You can see the hourly kind of rolling over here. Solana, let's take a look at it. Solana actually broke the supply line, man. But yeah, also maybe topping out a bit here on the hourly, the 4 hour. 4 hour maybe rolling over here on Solana as well. Towards the top of the range again. So yeah. You did the full falling wedge move up to the top of the wedge. Just pay attention to what Tether's doing, man, because right now Tether's at a support. So obviously this is the time you want to be building into a short trade. But we know the daily, because it closed a daily bearish engulfing candle, could lead to more downside for Tether, which could lead to more upside for some of these assets. So even if, you know, you can scalp trade short, sure, but just be careful if you're swing trading them, all right? Synthetics network, yeah, this was a, look at the volume supporting this move. That's a crazy wick, man. This thing wicked down to $1.42. You know it. You know what to do here, right? After white candles, what do you get? You usually get a reversal, right? So this could come back down to test, you know, that 197 area. I mean, the daily on SNX looks pretty good. Like, this looks like it's, you know, gonna go and rip a bunch. Well, we got this divergence started playing out. We had about a, what, 26% move so far. So that daily bullish divergence definitely started playing out already. Pay attention to Tether, man. I keep saying the same thing. Pay attention to it. If it's gonna start making higher lows off support like it's doing right here, basing out and then going, we're in the middle of the range right now on the 15-minute, but on the hourly, yeah, I mean we are still we're technically in the middle of the range right now. I mean I probably wouldn't be taking a trade here personally. You want to wait until you get to either a major support or major resistance to take a trade, either a long or a short. Okay. But we could go, this tether could go back out to test 8.48. You know, that could cause a lot of these assets to come down. And that's when you probably want to get, you know, start covering your short trades. All right. So Tether can go back up to the top of this channel, man. Right, this was a wedge, broke out of the wedge. Thanks, Soldier. Appreciate that, man. I really hope you guys are enjoying the content. I know I don't have anything positive really to say right now aside from really nothing really positive to say, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean the trade is short right now, obviously, right? So like especially on the shorter term time scales here, you can see that, you know, us bouncing off this tether support here and breaking out of this downsloping channel. We got this wedge formation here on tether. This looks pretty bullish for tether, at least on the hourly chart. You know, over the next couple hours, we could see some downside in the market. You know, coming back up to test the top of this channel on 8.7%. That is probably where you want to be, you know, looking for long trades, closing up your short trades. And that's it, man. Just look for some shorts right here. Right, we had a nice pump today. SNX already starting to dump. We were just talking about $2.04. You guys would have been up some nice money already on a scalp trade there, for sure. Right. I'm personally not going to be trading right now. I'm just kind of observing the market and kind of taking a break, man. I mean, some of this stuff, trading is can be stressful, can be very time consuming, right? I don't mind sitting here on the charts with you guys and letting you guys know what I think the way the movement's going to be happening. Like I'm saying, I think Tether's going to go up at least to test this 8.47% resistance, which should cause the market to fall again, right? So be aware of that. Be aware of that. See if I can do something. Take a trade with you guys, maybe. Let's see. LTC versus BTC, yeah, we can look at it. Looks very wrecked. So this asset versus Bitcoin has been in a downtrend since December of 2013. Not really sure what you want me to say about this, but find an asset that's making higher highs versus Bitcoin, I would say. I mean, is there upside potential here? Yeah, maybe. But why look at it versus Bitcoin right now? Why don't we just look versus dollar? Because Bitcoin's going down. It's not going up. It's going down. Sure, this is a massive wedge pattern here in development on the monthly chart. On the RSI. So yeah, Litecoin could outperform Bitcoin here in the next couple months. Who cares? Who cares? If the dollar is going to crush this market, what's it matter? Angel, you can short anything right now. Look at Tether. It's ripping, right? It's ripping. Look, SNX down to $2 already. If you guys took this trade, we were just talking about it, man. It's already down 4%. Or whatever. 2%. There it goes, getting wrecked. Yes, exactly. So why not just stay in dollars, man? Or short some things. Here you go. Broke this trend line. See you later. Channel up broken, right? Testing this support right here, right now. There goes Tether, man. It's trying to rip. We could see some pull right here at the median of this channel. That is a very strong hourly candle right there. What would you take profit on SNX? I mean, yeah, I mean, we could start to look to take profit down here. There's 196 area, you know, 193 area. Probably you have some confluence here right around this 197 area, okay, on the 15-minute. Depends on how long of a trade you're looking to take, man. Right, so the hourly, you know, we're coming down to hourly support. I'd be looking to cover here, like $2, cover some of your trade there for sure. Because, like, what happens if you just bounce here and consolidate here and use this as a higher low and Tether just all of a sudden just starts getting wrecked? You got to pay attention to what Tether's doing, man. Like, if this really is going to break and hold and rip to 8, it should test at least 8.47%. That's when I would be looking to close or take profits on my shorts, because if Tether starts getting rejected here, well, you know what'll happen, right? Right? It might cup out and then go and test this. But when it cups out here, This is when your shorts get wrecked, because this is when shit bounces and goes up. But yeah, lots of stuff at the tops of ranges here, right? Like IMX, top of a range. Come down. Should come down. Link. Link making a lower high than this high. Alright guys and girls, hopefully this is an informative stream for you guys. Make sure you guys smash up the like button if you guys enjoyed the content here. Of course, if you're new to the channel, you guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, tick the little bell to get all the updates here at Swing Trade Pros. Join the Discord if you guys haven't done so already. If you guys are looking to join the alert service where I make some calls and tell you guys what I think price action might do, and I do give some take profit areas. Like here, we're going to give Link right now, this 4-hour doji coming in. Take profit down here on 630 and even down to about $6.15 on Link. I think we're going to see that move down. All right. Towards the top of a Bollinger Band on a 4-hour. Putting in a 4-hour doji candle, we're now seeing price action come into the downside, right? Some selling happening here. Right, rising wedge coming in here on Link. This looks nice on the hourly. We're about to confirm this in about 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I don't like about shorting right now is, especially with Link, we did make what looks to be a double bottom, okay, on the daily. So, just careful, man. I mean, this is why I'm not scalp trading right now. It's just kind of risky trading right now. Stuff. So we got a 6-hour trigger here on Tether. Or on Link, sorry. But we got 4 hours left on this. Did make a closure back above the 21 EMA here on the 6-hour. 4-hour. Yeah, man. I mean, this 4-hour doji candle is kind of indicative of what might happen here over the course of the next few hours. So we could see this downside I'm talking about. It may not go down to the bottom of the wedge, but we could go down to about that 620 area here on Link. All right. All right. Hopefully you guys got something out of this stream. Of course, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And join the Discord if you haven't done so already. I'll drop the Discord link here for you guys if you guys are new to the channel. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining tonight. Hopefully we have a wonderful week. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Wish you guys a wonderful week from the STP team here. Thank you guys so much for joining.